Hello there, this is Cookies, and I've got turn 91 of MA Naba. We're full on into Kata, and I did leave out a small detail last turn that I went ahead and double checked. So that second Armageddon did end up having me call in the nap with Vanarus. So that's counting down. Um, I counted it the way I would if I sent an in-game message, but I just sent it over Discord. So this turn would be considered like the notice turn. So turn 91, this turn is turn 1, turn 92 is turn 2, turn 93 is turn 3, and that's when attack orders can be put in. And so we'll see attacks resolve on turn 94 if we so desire. I did say I was gonna... So my Casus Belli is the Armageddon cast. I'm going to go ahead and count down the nap because I don't feel like I just don't feel the need to break the nap or even necessarily dissolve it. I'm not in a winning position, but I still have a fair amount of power. I want to leave myself reasonably flexible. I want to see what happens over the next couple of turns while this is ticking down. And I also want some time to get stuff into position. Well, ideally. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do with that. Now, in terms of this game, let's see. So I've empowered in Fire and Glamour. So those are my two empowerments. The Glamour Golem is the one in the capital. You can see the blood economy is struggling. We lose more mages to assassinations. We lose a crib. Horticulturalist. I wonder if this one had a random. Yeah, so this one was a Earth Nature random. And we lose another Mukrib. Alright. So in terms of battles, let's see. So we've got this attack in Unremark. So I believe here I'm suiciding a feeble-minded mage. So this isn't me breaking the nap. It's just me getting rid of a mage. There's no way it would beat even 1 PD probably. So felt pretty okay doing that. We go ahead and take Umfolia, which was a gift, and I did feel a little guilty starting the nap countdown as soon as we took this, but I can't be eating this many Armageddons and letting it go unpunished, potentially. So, alright. So, working our way through the castle garrison. We do end up taking that. And then Clarion attacks us in Ossuary. This is Enchanted Forest. He's got some trolls. Unfortunately, I forgot to move these Serpent Fiends out of here, so we do lose those. But the trolls rout, so we end up defending. But we lose 9 Serpent Fiends. I think I would have rather lost this PD and kept the Serpent Fiends. So that's unfortunate. And I think I even forgot to move the Mound King. So, alright. We do get some unrest. We get a little bit of income. You can see Kata now going. Yeah, so the barrier is now gone. The sky is still red. And yeah, so in casting magic is suicidal. One of our scouts gets found out. And we're now negative for gold, so we lose some troops to desertion. We have 2 provinces become forests. The Hermit Sahir dies from old age. But we do get a little bit of sunshine. Our Queen of Naba has finally arrived. Turn 91. And we get a hero with our luck 2 scales. She's Fire 4, Air 3, Glamour 3. And has a little bit better Veil Army ability. I think +2 is better than a normal Malika, so she's a better general as well. She's also a tax collector. And other than that, not too different from just a normal Malika. But she's going to go ahead and join the forces in Ampholia. Now, in terms of what we're doing this turn, so there was no Armageddon this turn. I think something happened to Zan's caster. I don't know what that is. Hopefully he comes out with a series and says, or maybe he'll post in a comment. But we get no Armageddon this year, or this turn. It might have been his monolith. No, the monolith is still here, so I'm not sure. So maybe some other caster. We are empowering again. So this time, I didn't catch it again. I think this one might be air. I think we're doing fire and air so that I can do stuff like Shaitan, or not Shaitan, because that's blood, that would be fine. I think it's so we can do Murids and other fire summons. So I think that was the idea with that guy. Then I think this guy, let's see, he's Glamour. So I think we're doing Astral with him. Yeah, so we're doing an Astral empowerment. The idea that we're thinking of is, and you can see this with our research, is we've swapped over to Astral Disruption. So the plan now is we're going to try and dispel all the globals, because I don't own any of them, so there's no downside, only upside. And so, yeah, we're going to go ahead and try and dispel a bunch of these things. I guess the one downside is if we dispel Enchanted Forest and then Zan puts it up, we do border many more of his forests, and he has a lot more Dominion, so that could go poorly for us. We've still got Construction 9 queued up. We've got Dreams of the Awakening God still queued up. In terms of what we have researched for 9s, we have Infernal Tempest, Forces of Darkness. We've got Legion's Demise for army combat. And we've got Demon Cleansing for army combat. And I picked up both of those so I could hopefully swing a fight against either Zan or False God. We're playing Vanarus and Irene. Maybe I could swing a key battle my way. Although that's going to be a lot harder to cast with so many Mukarib dying everywhere, and most of them being needed to just preach. It's going to be a lot harder to get to that level of glamour to be able to cast that kind of spell. So for instance, where was it? It was in Thaumaturgy. So it's Glamour 7 required to cast. Now, with boosters, I can probably get to Glamour 5, but we're still going to need a small communion, probably. And that's just a lot harder to do when all my Mukarib are barely trying to keep my candles in place. So, yeah, so it's definitely a pretty dangerous situation. We also don't have the gold anymore to put up temples in all these forts we've got. So this, I'd love to put a temple up here. And I would love to put a temple here. Just to be able to keep our own dominion going. I am doing a 3 red seconds here. This is to protect these locusts as we count down that nap. Even if the commanders get assassinated, just having the units in the province should do wonders. So that's kind of the idea there. We are moving some more stuff into this province, so we've got Soulless that we've moved down. We've got our Vanguard. We have a large number of mages in the center. Still a similar looking script. A couple of the mages we do not have patrolling. I just, I don't want to put gear on these guys to make them Earth 5 so they can petrify. If they're just gonna get, Armageddon. So that's kind of, hurting our throne defense here, is I am still concerned about Armageddon. Sahir still have a reasonable chance to survive getting hit, so I don't feel as bad putting gear on them. But I am concerned about the Iron Adepts. In terms of these troops, we're going to honor the nap. We're not going to sneak out to Elf before the nap is over. So these are kind of like scouts, but the army is going to make its way over to Hubberton. So this is turn 91. Turn 92 would be moving to here, turn 93. So we can move out from Hubberton, potentially hit, I don't know, hit or defend many different provinces from Hubberton. Makes a better base of operations. And we're sending all these Shaitan over to Paneuonia to kind of get going there. And we're moving the blood hunting to Hubberton as well, as this province has kind of been ruined. You can see there's 1,600 corpses here. We're going to go ahead and do a mix of Plague of Locusts and 3 Red Seconds. We can get Jereb this time. There's a lot of enemy candles here, so we can punch through some of this Dominion, maybe fight back some of the Dom pressure going on Hubberton and Paneuonia. You can see there's 3 enemy candles here. We've already got an Efreet here, and we've got a few other things incoming. I have pulled off some stuff. I've got some Horror Marked Shaitan, so trying to keep those in order. And also trying to position some troops here. This whole raiding party should be hidden, I think. It's 41 units under a Malika, 50 Veil army, so this force should be hidden. This force should be hidden. This one isn't really. There's a lot of Janguard here, but Janguard also have Glamour, so they're just fine on their own. So this should just look like a few Mukarib and Undead. And then we've got a growing force here in Blue Coast. And you can see we're doing some blood hunting here over in Ablak. So it's kind of what we're all setting up to do. So we're counting down towards a nap 1 with Pyrene, and we're counting down to having no nap with Vanarus. Currently the intention is to attack Vanarus, but I'd still prefer to fight Pyrene, but I need a little bit more assurance from Vanarus that we're not going to get hit with a bunch of Armageddon. Alright. And then you can see in terms of the graphs, the blood economy for Pyrene has turned off. I think they're mobilizing a bunch of stuff. They might... I forget. It might be this turn they get attacked by man, and so they might be counterattacking this turn. But I think there might be some fighting with man, and so this is why there's a big drop-off here. Otherwise, myself and Vanarus have similar blood economies at the moment. Still trying to keep up in gym income. And you can see our normal income has plummeted due to Armageddon. Our fort count is still going up. So hopefully we can fix that. Would love to be able to fix income. But to do that, we're going to have to raid a bunch of provinces from someone. So at the moment, I'm thinking Vanarus. Here, both of these guys are horror marked, so for their last action, I'm going to try to have them create some gin blocks here, just so I have something in Scraw Point that can preach, because a gin block can preach. So you see that they got this holy level, so it's another way for me to boost my priest numbers. Unfortunately, they are not mindless, So they can get horror marked and killed by horrors, which is a little bit annoying. And this guy is going to go ahead and enter the scry, and the other one's going to go ahead and head over to Mile Deep. So that's what we're up to at the moment. We've taken a lot of attrition over the last few turns with Armageddon, and then we can't replace it due to the income loss to Armageddon. So we're trying to transition to a gem economy in Kata, which means we have to empower these golems so we can cast different things. And unfortunately, we just can't do a ton of casting. We can't afford to lose mages right now because we're kind of upkeep capped. So any commanders we lose, we won't be able to replace. And yeah, so it's a little bit dire right now. We do have a lot of gear in storage, so that is good. And hopefully we can figure out what we're doing over the next few turns and earn some recompense from our enemies. So yeah, I'll go ahead and see you in turn 92. Hopefully your games are not a kata with 5 magic scales while being dom pressured, but yeah, this one's a pretty tough one just for trying to stay alive, and it's an interesting challenge. So I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.